Chikitsa can also be used as a preventive method so that you keep your internal organs functioning at their optimum levels. Are your doctors telling you you will have to take medicines lifelong? Your problem cannot be cured but will only have to be managed. I'm sure many of you all have been visiting doctors and they've been telling you that you have to learn to live with these problems and these can only be managed and not reversed. Are your doctors telling you organs do not regenerate? Today is the day that you will come to know you may not have to take medicines lifelong to manage your disease. Today is the date when you will come to know your problem can be resolved very, very easily. Organs can be regenerated. Today you will be coming to know about how organs can be regenerated through Kumbhak. Now, I'd like to introduce you all to Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji, a rare Kumbhak yogi. Swamiji has been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found any relief even after years of using allopathic medicine. He has taken people out of chronic diseases like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and even life-threatening diseases like cancer. We all know even today, we do not have any cure for all these diseases listed here. Who is this webinar for? A very, very important question. For people who are tired of temporary treatments and are looking for a natural and permanent solution. For people who want to take charge of their health in their own hands and are willing to work on themselves to come out of their health problems. Reversing Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems with Ashtaang Chikitsa, freedom from pain and medicine. Swamiji will be talking about the Ashtasharir. What are the 8 softwares in our body? Shrishti Sharir, Garbha Sharir, Dosha Sharir, Marma Sharir, Brahmana Sharir, Sankhya Sharir, Prakriti Sharir, and the Vikriti Sharir. Sharir means body. So Prakriti is the natural way, that is the regenerative factor of the body. Vikriti, entirely opposite, the degenerative factor of the body. What happens as we age, the imbalances happen between the regenerative factor and the degenerative factor. And what surfaces is the pain, inflammation, immobility, etc. Especially for women post-menopause, we see these problems very, very prominently. Ashtaang Chikitsa can heal, of course, the list goes on and on, but these are the commonest problems that we see among participants: knee pain, lower back pain, hip issues, pain in the leg, drop foot, spine-related issues, slip disc, disc bulge, weak spine, spondylitis, frozen shoulder, drooping shoulder, tennis elbow, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, dislocation, neuropathy, or the nerve issue. Ashtaang Chikitsa can heal some very, very chronic problems as well, which is becoming quite common nowadays. Muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, TMJ disorder, varicose veins, psoriatic arthritis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, spinal stenosis, myasthenia gravis, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, carpal tunnel syndrome, ataxia, Guillain-Barré syndrome, AVN, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, glaucoma, vertigo, ankylosing spondylitis. All these diseases that we just talked about are degenerative diseases, which means that the organs are becoming weak. So a long-term or permanent solution is possible if we can increase the regeneration factor of the body. No medicine can regenerate the organs, be it allopathic, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, or any other medicine. In today's webinar, you will discover the one and only method that can regenerate your internal organs. Let's hear from Swami Raj Vibhuji. Please pay attention to what he has to say about the human body and the diseases because you will not find this information anywhere else. Through his knowledge, thousands of people suffering from chronic ailments have transformed their lives completely. It can change yours also. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Now, I would just let you know how we are going to proceed in the webinar. After this, you're going to hear Swami Raj Vibhuji live, what he has to say about reversing neuromuscular health issues. After that, we will be sharing the online program details, and then we will be sharing another video testimony. After that, Swamiji himself will be taking up your questions. So kindly take your virtual seats and patiently listen to what Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji is trying to say. He will be opening up a very, very important perspective about the human system and how it works and how smoothly you can come out of your current health issues. Namaste. Over to Swamiji.
Swamiji, you are on mute.
So now, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I welcome all of you to this webinar. And we'll be opening up certain perspective, a certain different approach to solving this neuromusculoskeletal problem. But I would certainly like you all people to participate in this webinar. Now, tell me, are these neuromusculoskeletal problem and all those names that comes with neuromusculoskeletal problem, are they increasing in the world or decreasing? Are they going up, going down? What? Going up. They are going up. We don't have even a single proof that the current narrative or the current understanding has helped the humanity. Not even a single person has been able to come out of even arthritis, osteoarthritis, or rheumatoid arthritis in the last 100 years. If we take a window of 100 years, not a single person has been able to come out of it. We haven't been able to solve this problem of even a single person. Obviously, the current understanding is not complete. Right? The current understanding about these diseases are not, we don't have proper understanding of these diseases. Otherwise, we would have decreased the proportion or decreased the intensity of disease in the world. So, we don't have proof in this window of 100 years. What are we waiting for then? So, let's understand it. How many of you will put petrol in a diesel vehicle? How many of you will put petrol in a diesel vehicle? Nobody? Nobody? Why? Because if the engine is designed for diesel, a petrol vehicle will actually seize the engine, a diesel engine, will destroy the diesel engine. Isn't it? Tell me now, was your body or is your body designed for consumption of chemicals? How many of you? Your body is designed for chemicals, consumption of chemicals. Is your body designed for consumption of chemicals? No. But from childhood, you are putting chemicals inside your body. Every chronic disease is increasing in the world. Yes or no? Diabetes increasing, blood pressure increasing, thyroid increasing, cancer increasing, autoimmune disorder increasing, neuromusculoskeletal problem increasing. So, where does this common sense go when you put chemicals inside your body? When your body is not designed for chemicals, you are not supposed to put chemicals inside your body. So, if you put chemicals inside the body, what will happen? The body will get into risk, yes or no? Everybody agrees the body will get into risk. It will get into some kind of risk. Now, when the risk comes to your body, what is that factor in your body that will rise up? When your country is in danger, the army, the defense rises up, isn't it? What is the defense mechanism of your body? Immunity. Immune system is the defense mechanism of your body. Yes or no? So, if there will be risk inside your body, if you put risk inside your body, the immune system will rise up. Yes or no? Everybody agrees? The immune system will rise up. And if you put constant risk inside your body, morning 2 tablet, evening 5 tablet, you are pushing the immunity to rise up again and again and again. Now the risk doesn't stop here. What kind of food you are consuming? Hybrid, inorganic, processed, genetically modified. Now tell me, does your body recognizes these kind of food? Or is the body designed to recognize this deviated food? No, these kind of food your ancestors were not consuming. So your body doesn't recognize these kind of food. And if you put these food inside the body gets into risk. Will it get into risk? If it doesn't recognizes the food, it will get into risk. What will happen? The defense mechanism, immunity will rise up. Every time, if your immunity rises up pretty often, more frequently, this condition is called as autoimmune disorder. Have you heard this term, autoimmune disorder? What is your rheumatoid arthritis? Autoimmune disorder. So inflammation is another thing. Obviously, if you put risk inside your body, there will be inflammation. Your body will try to fight with something which is unwanted. So, are we creating autoimmune disorder? By putting risk inside our body, not only just this body, but do you know your mind is not different from your body? Now the body is not described as an independent entity. Body and mind goes together. So, if you put stress in your mind, or there is a condition where you get into stress, will your body get affected? It will get impacted, isn't it? And we have created a lifestyle of risk, a lifestyle of stress, a lifestyle where there is uncertainty. You work in a corporate, you don't know how corporate works, you just do a little part of it, a small part of it. Nobody knows what will happen in the life next, what will happen in the future. There is always an anxiety. If you are weak, you will go through anxiety. You will go through stress. So the more risk we put inside the body or the mind, the more our body gets deviated. Now let's understand it in a very simplistic manner. When your immunity pushes up, your metabolism goes down. Let me first tell you this and I'll describe metabolism. When you eat some food, when you eat any kind of food, how much the body is able to utilize that food is the amount of metabolism. If your body is able to utilize that food more, your metabolism is good, more. If your body is not able to utilize food more, then your metabolism is weak. So the ability of your body to utilize food is metabolism. When the risk goes up, immunity goes up, the metabolic factor goes down. Your body's efficiency to utilize food goes down. So constant increase in the immune factor constantly decreases the metabolism. When there is a risk around, your kitchen shuts down. Kitchen is your metabolism. That is what happens when you get into some kind of a fever. Everybody would have gotten themselves into some kind of a viral fever, flu, or some other kind of fever. What happens first? Your hunger quotient goes down. You don't want to eat food. Your hunger goes down. Fever and hunger. Your body temperature rises up and your hunger goes down. Your immunity rises up and your metabolism goes down. Right? This is what everybody would have experienced. Now tell me, why temperature of the body rises up when there is any kind of infection? Because a rise in temperature will kill that pathogen, that infectious organisms, microorganism, which has from somewhere it has come inside you or grown inside on its own. So the moment temperature rises up, the infectious organism gets killed. But what do you do when the temperature rises up? You try to push it down, yes or no? You call it fever and you try to push down the fever. Are you doing right or wrong? Your body is trying to fight the infection by raising the temperature and you're trying to push it down by taking a paracetamol or some kind of an antipyretic pill. We are doing wrong, but we call it science. Yes or no? We are doing wrong thing in the name of science. Can you call this science? No, you can't call this science. Now, 20% of total disease, if total number of disease are 100 in number, only 20% of total disease are infectious disease, which happens through some infection, microorganism. 80% of total disease are chronic in nature, non-infectious. The generation of that disease is from inside. Some organ has become weak. Some organ has become weak. So if the organ has become weak, a function has become weak, is there anything from outside that you can take and strengthen your organ? Can medicine strengthen your organ? Is there any evidence in the last 100 years that medicine has strengthened the organ of human beings? We have all the evidences that medicine has decreased the strength of organs of human beings. Can something from outside, how many of you, let me ask this question. How many of you think that you become strong by eating food? How many of you think that you become strong by eating food, by consuming food? Nobody? Nobody thinks that you become strong by consuming food? Everybody thinks that they become strong by consuming food. But you are thinking wrong. There is no evidence of what you are thinking. Let's take this example. 80-year-old person has taken food for 80 years. Has he become strong or weak? For 80 years, somebody has consumed food. He should have become a superhuman. Has he become a superhuman or has that person become weak? The evidence says otherwise. By consuming food, you become weak, weak, and weaker. But somebody can sell you a diet plan. Yes? Somebody can easily sell you a diet plan because you are not looking at your experience. Give 10 kids the same kind of food. Will they grow the same? Give 10 different kids of the same age, same parameters, same kind of food. Will they grow up the same? Give them right kind of food. I am telling you, give the right kind of food to 10 kids of the same age group, same build. Will they grow up the same? No. There is nothing called as right food. Food get consumed on your strength. A person who is doing heavy body work, physical work, and you are doing a sitting job, who will consume more food? A person who is doing heavy work, physical work, will be able to consume more food. Right or wrong? So food gets consumed on your strength. So everything we are thinking is wrong, in a wrong direction, isn't it? Everything we are thinking is in a wrong direction. How will you come out of disease then? If everything you are thinking is in wrong direction, how will you come out of disease? Diseases will increase in the world, and we have enough evidence of that. So let's talk about neuromusculoskeletal problem. Neuromusculoskeletal problem hampers what? Or it disrupts your locomotion, your movement, isn't it? Any kind of a neuromusculoskeletal problem disrupts your ability to function, ability to move, isn't it? Ability to make effort. So what goes down in your body? And let's understand how do you make effort. So everybody is ready. Everybody is ready to do some experiment. Everybody is ready to do some experiment. We'll do some experiment and we'll see. Immunity is the ability to fight disease. Yes, that's what I said. Defense mechanism. It is the defense. When immunity rises up, your metabolism goes down. That is also a fact. And we have created a lifestyle where immunity always keeps up. That is autoimmune disorder. Every disease at this point of time has an autoimmune disorder at its base. So let's do some experiment. See, how so much you study on Google or how so much the current narrative says, but there is no solution they are giving. And we want to move towards solution. Yes or no? Everybody wants to move towards a solution. And you are intelligent people. Don't think whatever is written in the book is right because we don't have proof. We don't have a single case study where a person has been able to come out of rheumatoid arthritis, muscular dystrophy, osteoarthritis. We don't even have a single proof. So whatever narrative they are saying or the current dispensation of treatment is saying, they don't have a clue. Do you know? Not even a single disease we have been able to find out the cause. Nobody knows why diabetes happens. Everybody is guessing because nobody has been able to take even a single person out of diabetes in the last 100 years. So if somebody is saying something, you should only accept it on the terms of proof. You should ask for proof. Nobody knows why blood pressure happens. Heart disease has become #1 cause of death. Nobody knows why thyroid happens. It's all a guesswork. Nobody knows the cause of autoimmune disorder, the cause of cancer. It's all a guesswork. Otherwise, we would have taken people out of these dreaded disease and difficulties. So let's do an experiment. How do you make effort? How do you make effort? Let's push. Keep one of your palm, left palm like this, and make a fist from the right hand. And try to push your left palm very hard. Very hard. How do you push? What do you use to push? You are making an effort to push. How do you push? Lot of things might be coming to your mind. But still you are not looking how you make effort. Let's do it again and see wherever I am indicating. Right? We all do it again and look wherever I am indicating. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Push hard. The more you want to push, the more you hold your breath. Yes or no? The more you want to push, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes or no? Okay, let's try to pull. Let's try to pull. Okay, clasp your fingers. Clasp your fingers. And let's try to pull. Pull hard. Pull hard. See, you hold your breath. Yes or no? So wherever you want to make effort, you hold your breath. Have you lifted any weight in your life? 5 kg, 10 kg weight, 15 kg weight. Have you ever lifted any weight in your life? How do you lift the weight? You hold your breath and lift your weight. Yes or no? Yes or no? You hold your breath and lift weight. If you want to focus somewhere, pick up a point in front of you. Pick up a point in front of you and try to focus hard. No movement at all. Try to focus. See, you are trying to hold your breath. Your breath becomes slow, slow, slow. What creates focus? Breath hold creates focus. How many of you know that your mind doesn't stop? It just runs fast the more you want to stop. Everybody knows this? Everybody knows this? And you must have read 10 different books how to control your mind. And it didn't work. And we will do it now. Do you want? Do you want to stop your mind? Proof. We will give you proof. Okay. Hold your breath, open your mouth and try to think. Hold your breath, open your mouth and try to think. Oh, it has become difficult. Isn't it? It becomes difficult. So reading 10 books doesn't work. If you do the right thing, it works. If you do the right thing, it works. Now let's understand how, first of all, get it very clear in your mind. I will go ahead with proof, not an idea, not a philosophy. I will go step by step with proof at every step. So any kind of a dynamic activity that you do in life with your body, you have to hold your breath behind in different proportion. Walking, jogging, yoga, Zumba, aerobics, dancing, singing, doing household chore. Wherever you move your body with a breath hold behind. The key to the movement of your body is breath hold. This is the first understanding that you should get clear about it, very clear about it. So this breath hold is called as Kumbhak. You get it? Breath hold is called as Kumbhak. Kumbhak is the key to any dynamic activity in your life. Without Kumbhak, you cannot function. Now tell me, if your functioning has got disturbed, what has got disturbed? The Kumbhak factor has got disturbed. So what should you improve? The Kumbhak factor needs to improve. This is the first straight-away treatment to neuro musculoskeletal problem. Now let's go ahead. We also call these diseases as degenerative disease. You are born very small and then you have become like 60, 70, 80, 100 kgs, isn't it? So that means your body does regeneration. Your body does regeneration. Even if you have grown old, every day there are cells dying, there are tissues dying, and new cells and new tissues replacing them. But how the body regenerates, let's understand it. Right? So you can do this experiment at your home, but many of you knows weight training or gymming. At least you have heard about it. Now you can do this experiment. Take a 5 kg weight, take a 5 kg dumbbell or 2 kg, 3 kg, whatever you can lift with some effort. Take a dumbbell of 5 kg. Now you do a pull-up of that weight with your right hand only. No left hand dumbbell. Only with your right hand. Lift the weight only with your right hand. Do a pull-up 100 times every day. 100 times every day. What will happen after 3 weeks? Just 3 weeks of doing dumbbell with one hand. What will happen after 3 weeks? Your right hand will become more muscles, like strong with more muscles, and the left hand will be weaker. Yes or no? There will be more muscles in the right hand. So by lifting the dumbbell, you have regenerated muscles in your right hand, isn't it? But the real question lies in asking, how did you lift the dumbbell? It is not the dumbbell which is making or regenerating muscles in the right hand. For lifting the dumbbell, you are using breath hold. Yes or no? Does everybody agree? You hold your breath and lift the dumbbell. So it is basically breath hold which has regenerated the right hand muscle. Weight is just a direction. Weight is just for the direction. Which part, which direction the regeneration will happen. Weight gives the direction, but regeneration happened because of the breath hold that you did. So what regenerates tissues in your body? Breath hold regenerates tissue in your body. Do you want regeneration in your body? How many of you want regeneration in your body? So you will have to practice breath hold. Yes? You will have to practice Kumbhak. Yes or no? So you will have to practice Kumbhak. And you are not doing it. So how will you come out of your problem? How will you come out of your problem when you're not doing it? You are not doing the right thing. See, the right thing will not happen. Now, I also want you to pay attention to something, the kind of treatment that we are doing. It is very, very dangerous. Now, the regeneration in your body, there must be a regenerative factor. Yes or no? There must be some kind of a regenerative factor which helps the body to grow tissues, isn't it? One of the biochemical which makes the regeneration happen in your body, helps in the regeneration, is called as prostaglandin. You can go to Google and search. Prostaglandin is a regenerative biochemical in your body. Now, how many of you use painkiller, some kind of painkiller? Many of you, most of you would have some kind of painkiller at home, isn't it, in your first aid box? Paracetamol, aceclofenac, diclofenac, nimesulide, ibuprofen, some kind of a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, or steroids. Do you know how these painkillers work? How these painkillers work? They inhibit prostaglandin release in your body. They are prostaglandin inhibitors. So that means you are inhibiting the growth factor in your body. You are deviating the growth factor in your body. If you deviate the growth factor, will growth be proper in your body? Will regeneration remain proper in your body? No. So everybody will get into neuromusculoskeletal problem, metabolic issues, and up to cancer. What is cancer? What is cancer? Deviated growth in your body. Yes or no? Deviated growth in your body is cancer. And you are consciously deviating the growth factor in your body from childhood. So everybody is trying to go towards cancer. Is it science? Is it science making people get into cancer? But you call it science. What are we doing? Shouldn't you ask this question to yourself and to all the people? What are you doing? So if you take, anyway, we have discussed that this body is not designed for chemical consumption. But after consuming of certain chemicals, we are actually creating disease, not coming out of it. There is no proof that humanity is coming out of any chronic disease. There is no proof. And we are taking a window of 100 years, not just 1 year, 2 year, 10 year. In the 100 years, there is no proof. How long will you wait? How long will you wait? And you are all waiting for another medicine to come and cure you. Will it ever happen? It will never happen. It will never happen. Now let me, Kumbhak. So Kumbhak is essential for the whole humanity in an urgent basis. Otherwise, your life is not going to become better. It will become progressively worse. Progressively worse. Somebody asked about multiple sclerosis. What is multiple sclerosis? One after another organ has become weak. Multiple organs have become weak. What is your strength? Let me just ask this. When you want to do a work, you need energy. Yes or no? Yes or no? You need energy. Your body also can cure itself on the basis of amount of energy you hold. Yes or no? Whatever the energy, your battery, whatever the voltage of your battery, that much recovery your body will be able to do. So this energy comes from certain organelle in our body called mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of our body. Now we did the world's first experiment, first scientific experiment, correlating mitochondria health with Kumbhak. Made some people do 4 weeks of Kumbhak. Before and after, we tested their mitochondria health. What did we find? And this is breakthrough. More than a Nobel Award winning finding. But we don't want Nobel Award. The West has actually destroyed the whole world. We found within 4 weeks of doing Kumbhak, the mitochondria health improved drastically. In today's time, what is the first symptom that you get into if there is a problem in your body? You feel weak, low energy, lethargic, yes or no? The energy comes from mitochondria. You must improve the mitochondria health. Is there a medicine which can improve mitochondria health? No. Every medicine disturbs the mitochondria health, destroys the mitochondria health. But Kumbhak improves mitochondria health. It is the first scientific experiment in the world which suggests Kumbhak improves within 4 weeks. Within 4 weeks, Kumbhak improves mitochondria health very, very drastically. Apart from it, it decreases inflammation. In the same finding we got, it decreases inflammatory markers of your body. It decreases inflammatory markers of your body. So, see, any kind of infection, your body needs heat. If your ability of the body to increase the heat is there, you will come out of H. pylori or any infection. Kumbhak increases the metabolic heat of your body. Thereby, it helps you to come out of any kind of infection faster. After a certain period of doing Kumbhak, you will see infections will not happen very easily. And even if it happens, you will get cured of it without taking a medicine. Okay. Then let's talk about one more pointer. Let's talk about one more pointer. You remember your grandfather, grandmother? Many of you may remember their grandfather and mother. Were they more strong than you? They had less disease. We have more disease. We are weak. They were much stronger. They were more tolerant. So if we have changed the whole ecosystem, have we increased the tolerance of this body? We have deviated the food. We have deviated the medicine. We are taking medicine. We have deviated the environment. We have disturbed the whole balance of ecosystem. But have we increased our tolerance? What is the difference between your ancestors and you? Just 2 generations back, they were more tolerant, less disease, they were able to make more effort with their body. We are less tolerant, more disease. We are not able to make more effort with their body, with our body. So, what is tolerance? Do you need to improve the resilience or tolerance of this body? Because see, if you put 10 people in the same environment, not everybody will have disease. 1 or 2 people might be saved from difficulties. What is there in them which has actually prevented them from getting into disease? The tolerance of their body. So if we have changed the whole ecosystem, we must have improved the tolerance of human system, but we are not doing anything for it. We should have embedded tolerance improvement techniques in our curriculum education system of kids, so that they are prevented from getting into neuromusculoskeletal problem or chronic disease. We are not doing it because we don't know how to improve the tolerance of this body. But it's very simple to understand. Suppose you stand erect and tell somebody, your spouse or some friend, to push you hard. How will you stand your ground? You don't want to fall down. So how will you hold yourself in the same position? If everything is trying to push you down, if the environment is trying to push you down, if the medicine is trying to push you down, if the food is trying to push you down, how will you hold your ground? You will see, you will hold your breath and tighten your body, tense your body. Yes or no? If somebody wants to hit you hard, what will you do to protect yourself? You will try to hold your breath and tense your body. Yes or no? So that you get less impact of that hit. That's what you will do. You are watching a horror movie and there is a scene which comes. How do you protect yourself from that horror scene? You hold your breath. Yes or no? You hold your breath. So what is your tolerance? The amount of breath hold is your tolerance. That is the amount of tolerance you have. And it has become weak in 2 generations. Do you have to improve your tolerance or no? Otherwise, you'll get into depression, stress, bipolarity, schizophrenia, mental disorder, and whatnot, physical disease. So what you need to practice to improve the tolerance? You need to practice Kumbhak. You need to practice Kumbhak. And whatever narrative at this point of time you have in your mind, in the last 100 years, not a single person has been able to come out of osteoporosis by taking calcium. By taking calcium, not even a single person has come out of osteoporosis. Because it is not giving calcium to your body, you will come out of osteoporosis. Your body is not able to absorb calcium. The ability of your body to absorb calcium has become less. How will you improve the ability to absorb calcium? By doing Kumbhak. And you will come out of osteoporosis. By taking calcium, nobody in this world has come out of osteoporosis. So every narrative we are saying is not justifying the result. At this point of time, it is very, very essential that the whole humanity does Kumbhak and their life will become better. We have thousands and thousands of evidence about it. Testimonial, evidence, lab report, proof. If you have a genetic issue, Kumbhak actually corrects your genetic issue. We have lab report, chromosomal defect if you want to correct. Because Kumbhak is an epigenetic trigger. 98 to 99% of your genetics can be changed. But it will change only through Kumbhak. If you want to activate your stem cells, I'm going a little faster now because I have given enough proof. Right? So I'm going a little faster now. Please hold your seat. So if you want to change your genetics, Kumbhak is the only method because Kumbhak is an epigenetic trigger. If you want to correct the chromosomal defect, we have lab report that chromosomal defect becomes fine with Kumbhak. If you want to activate the stem cells in your body to regenerate your organs and tissues, Kumbhak is the trigger to activate the stem cells. So Kumbhak can balance out your immunity by improving the tolerance of your body. Kumbhak increases the absorption factor, the distribution factor, the detox factor, the regenerative factor, the metabolic factor, the immune factor, and we have different formulas. If Kumbhak is done with one formula, the liver will start rejuvenating. If it is done with another formula, the kidneys will start rejuvenating. We also do the world's only Pran Shakti diagnosis, where we tell you to do a little experiment with your breath and ask you a few questions. According to those questions, we come to certain conclusion about the strength factors of your body, and we customize your whole module. Everybody will get a customized practice after learning the basic practice. So everybody's customization will be different according to his or her body and the kind of question we have asked and the inferences we make out of that. So it's a customized therapy. It's tailor-made according to your system. Although we do it in group, we customize every individual's practice. Apart from that, we look at this body from a completely different perspective, like in Ayurveda, which is a science of enhancing life. In Indian culture, the science of enhancing life is Ayurveda. Kumbhak is the king of Ayurveda. Kumbhak is the king of Ayurveda, where Kumbhak actually corrects the Vata, Pitta, Kapha in a very, very strong and effective manner. No medicine can actually do that. So Kumbhak that we are teaching is a part of Ayurveda which got extinct. We are reviving it back. We are reviving it back. Now we are developing different methods, and we are doing a lot of research in the area of Kumbhak and how to come out of different chronic disease through Kumbhak, and support also of Ayurveda or natural things. So we are doing a lot of research in that area, and there will be very, very breakthrough findings in near future. Kumbhak, to some extent, is mentioned in Yog Kalachara or the science of yoga. But science of yoga and science of Ayurveda are completely different, 180-degree opposite. So we are not teaching you yoga, because if you want samadhi, if you want moksha, you do yoga. If you want health, you do Ayurveda. So our Kumbhak is a part of Ayurveda, and you can achieve impossible results through Kumbhak, because your body is designed to treat itself. There is nothing in this world which can treat you. Mind it, write it down in a stamp paper. Even if God comes, he'll not be able to treat you. Clear cut thing. Even if God comes, he'll not be able to treat you. Your body can only treat you. Empower your body, and you will get unbelievable results out of it. Empower your body, and your body can treat you out of any ailment. Whatever name you take, I have tried to cover it up by making you understand through regenerative factor, through how you do movements, how you can balance yourself, how you create focus, right? How you improve the tolerance. There are 8 factors that Ayurveda says: Prakriti, Vikriti, Praman, Sankhya, Marma, Dosh, Garbha, Srishti. But these are all technical words. If I start describing it, it will not make much of a sense to you. So I have described it in a manner where you also do an experiment, you have an experience of it, and you can understand it in a very simplistic and easy manner. We touch upon all the 8 aspects of this body. The module that we teach you touches all the 8 aspects of this body. It also the dosh sharira where I described vata pitta kapha dosh. Ayurveda treats everything as some kind of a vata pitta kapha dosh, which Kumbhak treats all of these three. If you want to understand in terms of science, then in this universe, everything happens with these two factors, pressure and temperature. In this universe, everything happens with these two factors called pressure and temperature. Even if cloud has to move from one place to another, it moves in a pressure gradient from high pressure to low pressure. Even if the water and minerals, the nutrient has to go up a tree, it will happen in a pressure gradient. The more pressure increases, the more temperature also increases. So pressure and temperature are correlated, but these two does material management. This is what science says. And this is what Ayurveda also says. Pressure is vata, temperature is pitta, material management is kapha. So if you correct your pressure ecosystem, thermal ecosystem, then you can come out of any kind of a disease. That is for sure. I think these many expositions will be enough for today, because if I keep going, it will confuse you more. I can describe problems from more different perspectives also, which is not there on the Google, or you won't read it in any book. But then these are the things you should become confident that by improving your body or empowering your body through Kumbhak, you will surely, for sure, come out of your current ailment or ailments. I'll stop here, and we'll see about, or we'll learn about the program a little, and then we'll get into question and answer. You can ask any question and I'll give answer or a specific answer to your question.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. And thank you to all the participants for listening patiently. Now, I would like to request Anilji to please share the online program details with our participants.
Thank you, Rachnaji. Just give me a few moments and I'll share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let us know about the Ashtaang Chikitsa online program details, because many of you may be waiting for this. We'll go through this very fast so that we can continue with the question answer session with Swamiji. This is a guided program which is conducted online by trained Kumbhak mentors. We have a team of Kumbhak mentors, and they'll be conducting these classes on the Zoom app. Just like you are attending this webinar on the Zoom app, in the same way the classes will be conducted. This is the first thing. Now, there are 3 modules in the program which Swamiji touched upon briefly. The Vata, Pitta and Kapha. These are the 3 modules, and each module has a duration of 21 days or 3 weeks. So 3 modules into 3 weeks makes it a 9-week program. In the program overview, you can see there's 9 plus 1 week. So it becomes 10 weeks instead of the 9 weeks. So why 1 week has been added? We'll talk about it shortly. Total classes that will be there in this program will be 18 in all. And 2 live classes will be conducted per week for 9 weeks. One class is called the main class and the second class is called the practice class. What is the difference between the two? That we'll also talk about. What are the next steps? You pay the program fee, and there's a special group fee that we'll be announcing for people who are attending it live. After that, you'll be filling up a participant onboarding form so that we can create login credentials for course access. This course access means the recordings of all previous classes will be there. When you log into this, you'll get a login ID and password to log in. So we'll be collecting this information through the participant onboarding form. And then you'll be starting your classes with module 1. Everybody starts with module 1, which is the Vata module. After completing module 1, you'll be going to the next module. And after completing that, you will be going to the third module. Total classes, again, module 1 has 6 classes, 3 learning, 3 mentoring classes. Mentoring means practice classes. Module 2 also has the same number of classes. Module 3 also has 6 classes. So total classes are 18 live classes, or we call them learning classes or the main classes. Then there'll be one customization class, and this customization which Swamiji talked about will be an extra class. So everybody gets their customization done, and that's why we call it a customized therapy based on your Pran Shakti diagnosis. We'll talk about that also. So total engagement with us will be of 10 weeks and not 9 weeks. Now, there's a uh, these exclusive batches that we are starting. This is for the first time. We've been running this program, Ashtaang Chikitsa program, for the last 3.5 years, mainly in India. This is the first time that we are targeting participants. We're targeting these countries, Malaysia. We know that most of you are from Malaysia, then some people are from Singapore, and a few people are from Hong Kong also. So we have a batch which will start on 3rd May, 12:30 p.m. This is your timing. The timing or the time zone, GMT plus 8. That is the time zone which is applicable to Malaysia, Singapore, and Hong Kong. What is the class experience like? As you must have understood by now, these are live sessions. These will be live classes, and you'll be asked to keep your camera switched on during the live classes because it's an online program. So the mentors and the team members, they need to watch each and every participant so that they can correct you if you are not doing the Kumbhak practice as per the formula. Then there'll be written instructions which you'll be getting for more clarity, and the session recordings will be available that I just talked about. All the live classes will be recorded and uploaded to your course dashboard after the class is over so that you can watch later on. And if you missed any class, then also there won't be any problem. And there'll be a lot of extra things like you'll get mental practices, you'll get a unique diet perspective. Mind you, there's no diet plan that is given in this therapy, and there are no dietary restrictions. A lot of people ask us if they have to follow a certain kind of a diet. You can continue having the kind of food that you are used to eating, no dietary restrictions while doing this therapy. Then there'll be simple detox processes that you'll be getting, and a lot of knowledge will be shared during these 9 or 10 weeks. Before I share more details, it's very important to know who this program is not for or who all will not be able to do this program. First of all, this is not people who are looking for a magic pill and want results tomorrow only, right? Because we've got into this mindset that if we can just take some kind of a medicine which can treat us, but as Swamiji talked just now, just a short while ago, that there can't be a medicine. Only this body can heal you if you allow it to, if you can support it, and that support system is Kumbhak. And this is not for those who are not ready to work on their body. If you're not ready to work on your body, if you can't devote time to your body, then also you won't be able to take advantage of this program. Because in the beginning, you may require to invest 80 to 90 minutes to do your daily Kumbhak practices. Why it takes 80 to 90 minutes is because these Kumbhak practices will be new to you. And with everything in life that we start new, it takes more time. As you keep on practicing, the time that will take to practice daily, to do these Kumbhak practices daily, you'll considerably reduce that. After that, you may take 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do all your practices, Kumbhak practices. And this is not for those who are impatient. This is similar to the first point. Uh, Here we are talking about a long-term or a permanent solution. So we have to understand that the problem that we are into did not come overnight. So it won't go overnight also. It's taken years and years to get, on the surface to be able to detect, but it takes some time. Give yourself, like Swamiji says, give yourself time, give yourself time of 6 months to a year. And then you can come out of any kind of ailment. And this is not for those who are looking for free treatment or just some tips. A lot of people that we talk to, they misunderstand that the treatment is free because in the uh, in the advertisement that we run on Facebook and Instagram, we say there's a free introductory webinar about Ashtaang Chikitsa. So many people understand that the treatment is free. It can't be free because it is to be done under the supervision of Kumbhak mentors. And if you are here to just pick up some tips, so there aren't many tips that are given because any kind of a permanent or a long-term solution does not happen on tips. Had that been the case, you would have already solved your problems because there are thousands and thousands of videos, thousands of experts online on YouTube and other places giving some tip or the other. So if we are to go for a permanent or a long-term solution, the body needs to be looked at from a different perspective. You need to see things differently. Otherwise, doing the same thing will give you the same results that you've been getting till now for the last so many years. So there are no tips being given because long-term solution does not work on tips. Now let's talk about what all you get in the program and how the program is conducted. First point is Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. This is the magic of this therapy. Why? Because through this diagnosis, Swamiji is able to determine the weak functional strength in the body. If you listen to Swamiji's previous videos, he talks about 84 forces through which this body works, through which our internal organs work. Let me explain how this is done. This is a unique, one of its kind diagnosis on the whole planet. There's no diagnosis which can compare to this because this is a online diagnosis and secondly, this is a non-medical diagnosis. Now, both the things may sound very strange to you because what's a non-medical diagnosis and how can it be done online? Let me explain. You'll get a link to a form and you'll be asked to do some experiments on your breath and emotions and note the observations in this form. Second, you'll be asked to write about all your health issues in the order that they occurred in detail in this form. And thirdly, you'll be uploading a selfie photograph, shoulder and above, in which the face should show very clearly, but no specs on the eyes, and in case of ladies, no makeup also. When these three things reach Swamiji, and this form goes directly to Swamiji, he is able to determine the weak functional strengths in the body, which forces, which strengths in your body have become weak, due to which you have landed in your current health issues. This he is able to find through this root cause, through this Pran Shakti diagnosis. And how this will be used, when this will be used, we'll talk about it very short. Then there'll be weekly one main class of 60 to 90 minutes. 60 is the actual duration of the class. Then your questions, your doubts will be taken in the live class only. So another 20-30 minutes may go into answering those. Then one practice class will be there, 60 to 90 minutes. Now, what is the difference between the two? Between the main class and the practice class? In the main class, a lot of things will be happening. The first is the Kumbhak mentors, they'll be demonstrating how a Kumbhak practice is to be done. They'll demonstrate to you. Then in some of the classes, Swamiji's videos may be played for extra knowledge, for extra clarification. And third, at the end, in the main class, you'll get a little bit of time to practice whatever was being demonstrated by your Kumbhak mentor. This is the main class. And in the practice class, it will be complete practice only. You will be practicing along with your mentors. Now, access to recordings of the live classes will be there for 3 months after your program is over. After the 10 weeks, these recordings remain with you for 3 months. So you can play again, watch again, make notes if you have to, and get, understand each and every Kumbhak practice being taught in this program. Then videos of all Kumbhak Kriyas done in the class. These will be small videos. So instead of watching the whole duration let's say 90 minutes of the class. You don't have to watch that recording just to see how a Kumbhak practice, how a Kumbhak Kriya was done. You just watch that small video, which may take 2 minutes to watch, 5 minutes to watch, or 10 minutes to watch, and you're done. It saves a lot of time. You'll get written instructions in English and Hindi also. So this will be very handy when you're traveling or if there's slow internet. A lot of times when you're traveling, the internet is very erratic. So if you have written instructions with you, which you can print also and carry it in your bag. So whenever you're traveling, these will be very handy. Now, this is the most important part of the support system that we provide. This is the private WhatsApp group where you will be able to ask your doubts and questions in 6 days a week. Like I just told you that there'll be 2 live classes every week. The remaining days of the week, you'll be required to practice on your own. And while practicing on your own, if you have any doubt, any question, you can put your question in this WhatsApp group. That will be that we call it a class group where you get daily support. Our mentors are there in these groups. They'll be answering all your questions, they'll be clarifying all your doubts, and keep on guiding you in a step by step manner. That individual participant progress tracking and feedback, this is done after every module. Like you must be knowing by now that there are 3 modules in the program. After each module, you'll be filling up a short form. So through that form, we'll come to know if you're making any progress. And if somebody is not making any progress, then we try to go behind the reason why somebody is not able to get the benefits out of this. So you'll be filling up this form, or we call it a feedback or tracking feedback, progress tracking form. Then therapy customization for each participant in the 10th week. Please pay attention to this because this is a very important part and this is linked to the first point. Do you remember the first point we talked about? Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. Now, based on your Pran Shakti diagnosis, Swamiji will customize your therapy in the 10th week. And everybody gets different customization because it's customized, which means it's personalized for each and every participant. Now, a question may arise that if the diagnosis is done in the first week, why the customization is being done in the 10th week? There's a reason behind it. The body is the body needs to be prepared to receive these customized practices because these are really powerful. And if given in the first week only, your body will not be able to bear the impact of these customized kumbhak. So the body is first prepared in these 9 weeks, and then you get your customization. That another question may arise that so what exactly happens in these 9 weeks? How is the body prepared? Let me explain. There are a lot of things that will be happening in these 9 weeks, but you can understand by 3 main things. First, the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha of the body is balanced through Kumbhak. Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, you must have heard in Ayurveda. So through Kumbhak, the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha of the body is balanced. Second thing that happens in the 9 weeks, there are 3 basic alignments of the structure of this body: inner thighs, navel, and the chest factor. Through some special movements that you'll be doing with Kumbhak, the body's structure is aligned because a lot of neuromusculoskeletal problems occur due to a misaligned structure of the body. So this is done. And third, you will be taught controlled exhalation because this therapy, Kumbhak therapy, is based on controlled exhalation. And because you'll be doing controlled exhalation, you'll be advised not to practice any exercise which involves forced exhalation. You have to avoid any exercise which involves forced exhalation for 5 to 6 months. After that, you can continue. So this is Kumbhak therapy customization, which you'll be getting in the 10th week. And this customization that you get, you'll be continuing that practice from there on. Now, a lot of people ask us what happens after 9 weeks. And let me present this to you. You get lifetime live Zoom support by our Kumbhak mentors 2 days a week. This is the only program that you may have come across which offers something which is for lifetime, which means you'll remain connected with us. After the program, we don't leave our participants unless they want to move away from us, but we don't leave our participants at all. Lifetime, you'll get 2 live Zoom sessions. You can just log into this Zoom meeting, get your questions answered, and come out of the meeting. You don't have to wait there. This is over and above the 2 live classes. The 2 live classes, the main class and practice class, is a part of the main program. But these are lifetime Zoom support sessions. So it's a high touch, high value program that we are conducting here. Specially recorded audio instructions, which you can just listen and do your practices. So you must be noticing there's a support, support, and support. All the way it's support only. Because there are a lot of programs online, but the support is missing. So we've created this bulletproof system, the support system. So you can't go wrong even if you want to. You can't go wrong even if you want to. So you can just listen to these audio instructions and practice alongside the instructions being given to you. Now let's talk about some commonly asked questions which people ask us about this program. First, I can't sit on the floor, so how can I do these kriyas? You'll be advised by your mentors to sit at a place where you feel comfortable. It's not compulsory to sit on the floor. If you can't sit on the floor, you can sit on a chair, and the mentors will demonstrate how to sit on the chair, which position to sit in. If you can't sit on the if you can't sit on the floor, a chair or a sofa or even on a bed also, wherever you feel comfortable. I don't have a laptop. Can I attend the classes on my mobile phone? Absolutely. Most of the people attend these classes on their mobile phones only. You can also. How difficult are the Kumbhak practices? No, not at all. These are very easy to do because these are based on a formula. There'll be a count till which you have to inhale. There'll be a count till which you have to hold. There'll be and while holding, closing your eyes where you'll be focusing, that you'll be given in the instruction. And after holding, how long to exhale? After exhaling, is there a hold? If there's a hold again, then how long to hold? It's a formula. So just follow the instructions, and these are easy to do, but very powerful at the same time. Now, I have never done yoga or any other physical exercise. Will I be able to do Kumbha? There's no requirement to have a background in yoga or any kind of physical exercise. These are advanced breathing techniques. These are Kumbhak practices which anybody can. Can a BP or heart patient do Kumbhak? This is the most misunderstood question because a lot of people that we talk to, they tell us that they've read somewhere or somebody has told them that a BP or heart patient should not do Kumbhak. Now, if I tell you there's a special program for people who are suffering from BP or heart issues, there's a special program based on Kumbhak only. So it means it can be done. And another thing is there are 1,000 types of Kumbhak. So if you do not know which Kumbhak a BP or heart patient should not do, and if you do that, then you may land into complications. So there's nothing in this program that will cause any discomfort to a BP or heart patient. Do I need to do the Kumbhak practices lifelong? Technically, you can stop doing these practices once you are out of your health issues, once you are out of your neuromusculoskeletal issues. But if something like Kumbha gives you so much of health benefit that you weren't able to get through any other therapy, any other treatment, I don't think you like to stop it. Because, like we mentioned earlier, also, this can be used as a preventive measure also. So it makes sense to keep on practicing. How long will it take to reverse my condition or heal me? Uh, there's no one answer to this because any kind of healing depends on a lot of factors. We'll talk about a few. Age is one factor, but if that was the only factor, why are the youngsters getting into the problems which earlier used to be called problems of the old age? 18-year-old kid, 20-year-old kids get into degenerative problems. So age can't be the main factor. Another factor, with what momentum the disease is progressing in your body. Like if we take an example, a vehicle moving at 100 kilometers an hour and another vehicle moving at 20 kilometers an hour, which one will take more time to stop? The one moving at 100 kilometers an hour. Same is with the disease also. If it's moving at a fast pace inside the body, it will take more time. Once it stops, then it will start reversing. Another factor that contributes to any kind of a healing is, on which any kind of healing depends, is how much damage has already been caused by the chemical medicine that you put into this body. More the number of years you've been putting chemicals inside this body, more time it will take. So it will take different time for different people. But one thing is for sure, it works on each and every body because this is internal to the body. Kumbhak is body's own strength creating mechanism or ability. So it has to work. I've tried every possible treatment, but nothing seems to work. Will Kumbhak work for me? I answered it just now, a short while ago. This is body's own strength creating ability. So it has to work. Without holding the breath, you cannot create any kind of strength or focus in this body or through this body. So it has to work if you practice it. The only thing that is a variable is the time it will take for different people to get cured, which we talked about in the last point. Can I do Kapalbhati along with Kumbhak? For those of you who are into pranayam, into breathing, or into yoga, you may be knowing what Kapalbhati is. This is one practice which involves forced regulation. So you have to avoid this for 5 to 6 months because this involves forced regulation. Will it be effective since it's done online? How will you know if I'm doing the practices correctly? People ask us, how will you know if I'm doing the practices correctly? Will it be effective since it's done online? It doesn't matter if it's done online or offline. The most important thing is to do the Kumbhak practice as per the formula given to you. So you can learn it online, you can learn it offline. But since it's an online program, which we have been conducting since the last 3.5 years, and more than 8,000 people in India itself, they have completed this successfully. So that's that question is out of you can't question this anymore. But how will you know if I'm doing the practices correctly? In the beginning, I told that you to keep your camera switched on during the classes so that our mentors can watch you and correct you there and then. So we'll watch you in camera because in online trainings, we call every seat as the front seat because we can zoom each and every participant and observe them. Can you show us proof that Kumbhak really works? This is the favorite part of my presentation, which I like to talk about a lot. If you Google Avisa healing, you'll be able to see and about 121. This I checked today just before the webinar, and these are 4.8 star ratings. Apart from this, you can go to YouTube and type Avisa healing, Avisa space healing, and you'll be able to see 409 testimonials for Ashtaang Chikitsa. And for your information, let me tell you that only 10% people of the participants give the actual testimonials because most of them do not want to talk about their health issues publicly, which means there are thousands and thousands of more people who got benefited, who are still benefiting, and enough proof is there. You can go to the YouTube channel and check out for yourself. So that's covered. So what's the course fees? Most important part. This is for group classes. These classes are conducted in the group, and we'll talk about one-on-one classes also. So the fee is INR 30,000 rupees, 30,000. I've converted into Malaysian ringgit, Singapore dollar, and Hong Kong dollar. Malaysian ringgit, it will be 1522, Singapore dollar 460, Hong Kong dollar 2734. But like I promised you in the beginning, that there's a special fee that we'll be announcing. Since this is the first time that we'll be launching this program in your country, in Malaysia, Singapore, and Hong Kong, only these three countries, we have special pricing. Let's talk about that. Let's see how much that is. So you don't have to pay whatever it's been written here. Special fee for webinar attending who are attending it live, just 15,000 INR instead of the 30,000. So we're straight away cutting off 50% out of this so that you can, maximum people can take advantage of this. In your currency, in Malaysian ringgit, it's 761, Singapore dollar, it's 230, Hong Kong dollar, it's 1367. These you can see in bigger fonts. You can take a screenshot if you want to, so that you can keep it for your reference, or if you want to send it to somebody that you know in your family or your friend. Now, there's another arrangement that we have for people who are looking for a personal class, who want extra support. So there'll be one instructor and one participant. You'll get one instructor just for yourself. This is the premium type of a service that we offer to people wanting to take advantage of this. And this, the fee for this is INR 50,000. And in Malaysian ringgit, it's 2547. Singapore dollar, it's 771. Hong Kong dollar, it's 4564. So if you're looking for a one-on-one kind of a arrangement, you can do this. Many people, they first enroll in the group classes just to see how the classes are conducted and if they like it or not. And later on, they shift to a one-on-one class. So that can be done if you want. How to enroll? There's a simple 5-step process. You pay the program fee, and then you can post your receipt in the WhatsApp group from which you got this, the link to this webinar. Neha from our team, she'll confirm your payment, and then she will send you participant onboarding form and the class join link on your personal WhatsApp chat. Step 4 is to join the class WhatsApp group through the link that Neha from our team will be sending you. Step 5 is to start attending classes to learn Ashtaang Chikitsa, simple 5-step process. These are the payment methods, all the online payment methods, whichever is convenient to you. You can do a bank transfer, international payment. It will be an international payment from your side. You can use your credit card or your PayPal account. Some people can, they use Western Union also. So that option is also there. Whichever is convenient to you, you can do that. We'll be sharing the all the payment details in the chat and in the WhatsApp group also. Now, this is the last slide of my part of the presentation. I'll talk about the success team, which will be at your service. These are the people who make sure that you get success with this program. That's why we call it a success team. We have Rashla Shirma Bothra. She is the program director and the host of this webinar. Then Shalini Bhagwat, she is the class manager. She assigns different batches to different mentors. Neha Upadhyay, she is enrollment in charge. You will be communicating with her the most before starting your classes. Manager IT is Ashwini Kumar. Then we have a full team of mentors, Ranjana, Soni, Aruna, Neena, Meera, Sushma, Manvi, Anjali, Ganga, Arijit. In your case, Arijit will be the mentor for you. Then in the technical, we have Sheetal. She is the person who will be helping you with anything related to technology. If your video is not playing, if you're not able to log in. So for all these issues, Sheetal will be helping you out. Then in the personal support team, we have Anita, Kavita, Mehak. So these people will be calling you on WhatsApp to find out how your program is going on. If you're facing any difficulty, if there's something which you're not able to understand. So these people take care of that. WhatsApp admin Anil Chauhan, that's me. I'll be answering all your questions in the WhatsApp group after the webinar. Because due to limited time, Swamiji may not be able to answer all your questions or take up all your questions. So if your question is not taken or answered by Swamiji, please do not worry at all. post the same question in the WhatsApp group and we'll answer each and every question. If you do not have the answer, we'll forward your question to Swamiji, get the answer from him, and then let you know. And with this, I come to the end of my part of the presentation. Thank you and namaskar. I hand over the webinar back to Rachna.
Thank you so much, Anilji, for sharing the program details. Now, I would like to request Gautam Lahiri, sir, to please share his journey of Ashtaang Chikitsa. Just a second. Thank you so much, Gautam sir, for joining us today evening. So if you could share with our participants, what was your condition before you joined the program? What were the doubts in your mind? And what was the process when you started the Ashtang Chikitsa course? How long did you take to feel the difference?
Thank you. Thank you, Rachna ji. Extremely, it's a great pleasure and honor to be invited to come and share the experience. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Anil ji. I remember almost about 12 weeks back when I was a participant like this and hearing your debrief, so clear and so precise. So thank you. Okay. So my name is Gautam Lahiri. I'm based out of Bangalore. I obviously was part of the Ashtang Chikitsa. That was batch 236. Right, we were a cohort of about I think 30 plus. Can't remember the name. I primarily I had done Kumbhak before also. However, I developed rheumatoid arthritis sometime back in November last year. Right. So through a different set of blood tests, biomarkers, etc., it was confirmed that it's a rheumatoid arthritis, and there were clinical and physical symptoms as well in terms of swelling, pains, etc. Of course, I came to my previous cohort and asked for, is there a specific Kumbhak program? And luckily, I was pointed out to this group because this program, Ashtang Chikitsa, one of the many things it does is also treats rheumatoid arthritis. It's primarily, as I understand, is a program towards Neuro Musculoskeletal program. So one of the thing it does also is addresses rheumatoid arthritis, and that's why I got enrolled. So far, I have gone out of the 9 weeks of initial program, and now, I have also enrolled for a support class. I'm sure you have heard all of that. So let me share a couple of things before I come to the core program and the benefit and whatever my realization so far is. I think the credentials here are absolutely important. I heard Anilji saying that some of the people are not very comfortable sharing their situations. I think we'll have to encourage people to come out and speak more, because as we speak more people probably stands the chance to get benefited, right? There's nothing wrong in that, right? The second thing I would want to mention is that the 9 weeks program, though it was a virtual program, but the amount of care and the amount of details and the precision through the support system and through the mentors, our mentor was Anjali ji, it really breaks the barrier between physical and virtual, honestly. You would feel like you're doing a physical class. And some of the kriyas are so detailed, right? But you would never feel that it's a virtual class. I am not getting the best of the best things, etc. Right? So just wanted to sort of also underscore that as an important thing. Wherever, which part of the world you are, especially when Swamiji talks about a kriya, introduces a kriya, talks about the benefit of it, and then you slowly, gradually learn the kriya, the physical, the maneuvers. It basically sips into your system, so you can't forget it. There are then support systems in terms of PDF files, etc., all of that. So that part is very well coordinated and orchestrated. And Swamiji explains why you are doing a particular kriya. what it does to your body, right? And most of these, as again, whatever I'm saying is I have learned it from that 9 weeks and beyond. It obviously addresses your internal system and organs. That's what Swamiji keeps saying. And as you start doing it, you will start feeling it also, right? That how you're developing the internal strength by doing the kriyas. So again, big shout out and thank you to all the mentors and the support system and everybody who always ensures that all your queries are answered with every possible detail, right? And then there are various sessions that Swamiji conducts, talks about the general well-being of individuals. Now, coming back to my personal experience, I have been very regular in terms of trying to be very regular in the practices, because that's one of the things it is mentioned, and strongly I request to all of you and to myself also that you have to be regular. This is a journey. Obviously, you can't expect results out of that. But I could say that, back in December or January when I started, I was not able to do some of the kriyas which involves your fingers. I have gained that mobility, right? My pain is still there. My pain is still there. My swelling is still there. And I'm also consulting other doctors. But this sort of, this Kumbhak sort of now has become a core part. In the morning, if I don't do it, I feel that probably my body has not gained enough strength and traction to drive me for the whole day, right? With that belief, with that trust, right, I'm moving on. But I think with every day, I'm seeing that, I'm gaining strength. Obviously, I felt a lot of weaknesses initially with the onset of this rheumatoid arthritis. But with the breathing exercises, with the holds, right, you would feel that you're gaining the strength. And as the mentors and Swamiji keep saying, that it is a long journey. As you continue to do it every day, you will feel the power of it. And which I am now realizing, a lot of my movements have come back, but the pains is still there. And I am conscious that it will take time. For some, again, I have heard that for some people, they have got the benefit very early on. I think it is purely a function of one's body, nothing to do with this practice. This practice would help you, right? It would help every individual, but it is our own ability to take the power from the practice and practice it regularly to gain the advantage. So it is absolutely fine to understand and reconcile the fact that for some it will take time and for some it may be quick results, etc. But you have to move on, and that's how I sort of keep myself motivated. But again, now I'm part of a support class. So every day, at least if I'm not doing with the class, at least I'm seeing it, right? It is very important to do the things in the right way. Because otherwise you may not get the best benefit in terms of how to hold the breath, how to release it, right? What movements have to be done during your hold, etc., and all that stuff, right? So that's I think has been predominantly my experience, and I look forward to continuing this, whether the RA stays with me or doesn't. I think it is extremely important. Again, I will refer back to Swamiji's thing that this builds your internal strength, the strength of the organ, right? It helps you build it, and you'll start feeling it, right? That you have the ability to inhale more, you have the ability to hold your breath for longer time, and you'll experience it. This is something, it's purely experiential, and you have to get into this to experience that. So with
Thank you
that,
so much,
I
sir.
probably conclude,
Gautam, sir.
Rachna ji.
Sorry to interrupt, but due to shortage of time, it was really, really very good to hear, and you've been able to explain to our participants how this is actually working on the human system. So it was very kind of you to, join us in this very short notice. So thank you once again. And now over to Swamiji to please take up the questions. So I'll read out the questions one by one. The participants can write down their questions, or you can also raise your hands. You can unmute and ask your questions as well. Whatever is comfortable with you, we are okay with it.
Hi, this is Tithi here. I have a query.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
go ahead.
Hi, I've been detected with multiple sclerosis last exactly a year ago, and I've been, receiving the infusion called Ocrevus. I've taken 2 doses. I've also, done 2 rounds of Ayurvedic treatment. I do it in Kerala, Arya Vaideshala. Do you think Kumbhak will help me? Uh, I lead a fairly active life still. I am actually a Kathak dancer. I continue doing classes. And I work out regularly. I work out at least 5 days in a week. I do strength training, stretching, everything. Um, my only problem is of balance. I have an overall body imbalance. Of course, I understand a certain amount of balance comes from the core and glutes, so that I am able to work on with my instructor. But will Kumbhak somewhere expedite the whole process?
So when you're doing exercise, and if you try to, I've given an example. How do you try to create a balance? If your balance is weak, what is that area where you need to work? At this point of time, whatever you are suggesting, I don't know if it is that efficient, glute and whatever. But if somebody tries to push you, how do you try to create a balance? By holding your breath. If you really want to bring back the balance, you will have to work on your kumbhak. There is no other way you can bring back the balance. So, multiple sclerosis, I talked about it. It will help enhance the recovery process. But one thing still wants to tell you, your medicine will not let you recover fast. So once the medicine is out of your regime, you'll see your body will recover faster. But then you'll have to empower your body. At this point of time, you're using some kind of a medicine to take a support so that your body recovers. But then you have to increase the recovery strength of your body and balance, of course. Kumbhak will create the balance. Whatever other ways you are trying to enhance the balancing factor, it is indirect. Kumbhak is direct, that you can actually experience it directly. Do this experiment. Make somebody try to push you down and try to hold your ground. See, how do you create a balance, or stand on one leg? Try to create a balance. You create a balance by holding your breath. If you want to improve the balancing factor, you will have to improve the whole breath hold factor. That means you have to improve the Kumbhak factor. It is as simple as that. See, whatever vocabulary we speak, you need to do an experiment to see the result out of it. And Kumbhak, you can do this experiment to find out for yourself.
Okay. The allopathic medicine that, it's an infusion which happens once in 6 months, it just stops the progression. Or, yeah, till now there has not been any new lesions. And till now, my spine is also clean. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, whatever works basically.
Actually, see, I'll give you an example of chemotherapy in a cancer case. Now, there are bad cells which has got formed in the body. Chemotherapy clears them out. And if you do a PET scan, you'll, after chemotherapy, no bad cells. But is it reversal, or is it treating you out of cancer? No, not at all. Because by cleaning the cells or by cleaning the home, you don't shut down the making of trash in your home. So you're
Okay.
not working on that. You are working on cleaning the things, but you're not working on how not to make a trash, how your body becomes so powerful or so empowered that it doesn't make a trash. Kumbhak works there. So it is
Okay.
not against anything. In fact, Kumbhak is primary treatment. Rest of the thing is supportive treatment.
Okay. And Swamiji, one quick last question. You have announced a 50% discount on the group class. Is the same thing applicable for a one-on-one class?
That Anil ji can say.
No, there's no discount. That's already discounted. But that's the price that we have for one-on-one.
Okay. All right.
The
Thanks.
group classes are discounted. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
There's a question by Singaravalli Prabhu. I am looking this program for my son, 21 years, with congenital muscular dystrophy. He is on wheelchair based. Will he be able to do Kumbhak?
Not this whole program. I don't think he'll be able to do this program. We want to develop a program especially for muscular dystrophy, and we are trying to do that, but I don't think this program he'll be able to do.
Okay. Then we have a question by Sumati. I'm taking Denshen, which is to allow better blood flow of the blood vessels. Currently done angioplasty and stent. How will Kumbhak expedite the healing or reverse the narrowing of the blood vessels due to high glucose?
If there is a narrow artery or narrow pipe, how do you inflate it back to its shape? You create a pressure, isn't it? You create a pressure. Kumbhak is a methodology to create pressure within your body in a specific manner. So Kumbhak actually improves the flexibility of artery. Not only that, wherever there is narrowing, it will become fine. Even on your body, if there are dead cells and hard areas, you'll see after doing Kumbhak, it becomes soft. Right. So Kumbhak will help you to not get into another angioplasty. Right. It is not blockages because of which angioplasty is done or heart attack happens. There is no evidence that blockages create heart attack. It is basically the bursting of atherosclerosis, the clotting. So there are a lot of narratives that are wrong, and we have an idea of thinking like that. Blockages are not bad for the heart, but if the strength of heart is weak, then blockages may create problem. So Kumbhak improves the strength of heart, the ejection fraction, the flexibility of arteries, and that's how you'll the prognosis becomes very, very good. You will become better, and there will be huge prevention in your life which will come up.
Okay. Yes.
Excuse me, Swami.
Yes, yes.
I have a question. I am currently a patient of autoimmune disorder called EGPA after the third vaccine and after a COVID 3 years ago. What happened is that it actually, till now, I'm having numbness on my both leg and hand. According to Western doctor, what my sickness is sensory nerve or my nerve system have inflammation, and the EGPA is called inflammation of nerve and blood vessel due to autoimmune disorder. So this is the first time I heard your session, and my question is, have you come across patient like me? And is what you are going to teach, does it help? Really can reverse the situation? I do have a muscle losing on my right hand. I do not know it's due to the glyco injection that they put on me. I suspect, but doctor disagreed, that is due to the medication, the glycomexin that they inject. They say it's my muscle losing,
Yes,
and
yes,
it's a symptom of
Got
my
you.
sick.
Got your point. Got your point. Now, I'll give you a simple way. See, one of the testimonials that the person that spoke is also an autoimmune condition, is also into an autoimmune condition. So there are many people. Rheumatoid arthritis is also an autoimmune condition. There are many autoimmune conditions where the person has got into, and the only treatment is whatever you are saying, whatever is injected, it is basically a steroid. It's a steroid injection. They are trying to push the immunity factor down. But let me tell you, if you improve the metabolism, the immunity will also balance out. If you improve the metabolism, because we don't have any method to improve the metabolism, the immunity is being crashed, which is not a good thing. Taking steroids and crashing the immunity is not a good thing. Never crash your army. How will you fight? So you improve the metabolism. Kumbhak improves the metabolism, and thereby it reduces the immunity is not required to such a high state. So immunity gets balance on its own the moment you improve the metabolism. That's how Kumbhak actually helps in autoimmune condition. Right?
So,
Hmm.
according to Western doctor, it said once the nerve are damaged, it would not be cannot be repaired or regrown. What is your opinion on
So
this?
go to Google and listen and read about Western research. Type the term neuroplasticity.
Neuro
Plasticity. Plasticity.
plasticity.
Yeah, plasticity. Neuroplasticity means nerve fiber gets regenerated. It is proven in the research that nerve fibers regenerate. There are stem cells in your body which can regenerate your nerve fiber. But then you have to give the trigger to those stem cells. Kumbhak is the epigenetic trigger.
Currently, yearly they done a nerve test on me. My current nerve test last week. What they told me is my motor nerve improved, but my sensory nerve no improvement. So according to the specialist who done the nerve test, he said if at the point of attack, when the autoimmune was active and attack, and during the attack the nerve is damaged, then it cannot be recovered. Do you agree to this philosophy?
No, I don't agree to this because we have seen regeneration and recovery in those kind of cases.
Even though it's damaged?
Even though it is damaged, we have seen recovery.
It can be recovered.
Yes,
by
it
just
can.
It's what I do not know what is Kumbhak. Is it a form of exercise?
No, it's a breath hold methodology, different formulas of breath hold.
Okay. And if we attend a course like for my case like this, do you teach what are the food to avoid or the wrong diet or wrong type of food to not to take?
We give a diet perspective. We don't give a diet plan because we want to make your body in such a manner that it can digest and metabolize any kind of food.
Like
it can actually, it has the strength to metabolize any food that you give. We want to make your body that strong. So we don't emphasize on diet plan. We give a diet perspective. Yes, what is more better for your body, that is what we give a perspective, but not a diet plan, because we want to make your body in such a manner so strong that it can metabolize any kind of food.
Actually, 1.5 years ago, I actually admitted for Ayurveda treatment in Malaysia, and I under medication for about 6 months, following the Ayurveda doctor. I do not know whether you know him in Malaysia, Dr. CB. But I tried 6 months with full Ayurveda medicine that he prescribed, and he gave me a list of food or veggie that I should avoid. But sad to say, it doesn't help to improve my nerve condition at all.
See, anything from outside doesn't increase your body's strength to recover. Anything from outside, Ayurvedic medicine, food, or whatever else. Anything given from outside doesn't increase the body's innate strength to recover. We are increasing the body's innate strength to recover. So there is a difference. Everything from outside is a support, not a treatment.
I didn't quite get you. Do you mean any form of medication? Not to say
Yeah.
Ayurveda per se,
Any
like
form
I
of
also
no,
try
any
Chinese
form of
medicine.
Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, herbal medicine, chemical medicine does most of the damage. No medicine, no food can increase your body strength.
Body what? Body sense.
Body strength to recover.
Strength. Sorry,
Strength.
forgive because I have to catch your Indian accent.
Yes.
Okay, strength. Yeah. So my curiosity is by now I'm seeking all way and trying hard to make myself survive and living. And
Your survival conditions will
the
improve.
only problem is that I'm still have posing this question to you. Is there chance to even recover 50% of my nerve that is my sensory nerve that is not functioning just by exercise?
Your life will become 100% better. That I can say. So I have to shift to another webinar. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Swami.
Aram. I'll have to shift to another webinar. I'm sorry. Huh?
Swamiji, just one question.
I won't be able to because they are already started the webinar.
I just want to ask one question only. Is it okay for a 12-year-old to join?
No. We allow more than 16-year-old.
Okay, but the
You
condition
you can ask question. You can ask question and you'll be given answer.
yeah, the question?
We are so sorry, actually, Swamiji had to go join another webinar. So whatever questions you all have, you can write in the webinar group and we will answer it shortly.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us today in the webinar. And whoever has any questions, you can put it in the webinar group and we will answer it shortly. So signing off, Rachna. Namaste.